Want to speak real Polish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at polishpod101.com.
25 Polish phrases. My name is Marzena. Let's start. So the first phrase is cześć. Cześć means hello in Polish. So when you meet your friend, you can say cześć, which would be like saying hello. But then again, you can use cześć to say bye as well. For example, when you meet your friend, you can say cześć, and then when you have to go back home, you can say cześć again. So this one is pretty useful. So our next phrase is dzień dobry. Dzień dobry means good morning in English, but actually what it literally means is dzień, which is a day, and dobry, which is good. So actually what you are saying, it's good day. That's why we can use it through the whole day, not only in the morning. You can say it in the evening as well, or in the afternoon. You can say it to your friends or to your family and to a person you don't know as well. So feel free to use it anytime you want. And our next phrase is dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór means good evening, literally means good evening. For example, through the whole day you would say dzień dobry, but at the end of the day you would say dobry wieczór. Now, actually, a lot of people, it's very difficult to know when can you start saying that, when can you start saying dobry wieczór instead of dzień dobry. So a lot of people I know starts with like dzień dobry, they want to say dzień dobry, but they notice it's already evening and they say like dzień dobry wieczór, which is the funny way of saying that. You can try it if you want. Dobranoc. Dobranoc means good night. So you would usually use it before going to bed, when you want to say bye to your family or to your friends, and just you are sleepy, you will just say dobranoc. Dobranoc, it's one word, but it actually came from two different words. So like dobra, which means good, and noc, night. So it literally means good night, but it's one word right now. The next phrase is jak się nazywasz? Jak się nazywasz? Which means, what is your name? If you meet a new person, you can use it, but remember that this phrase will be better to use with people of the same age or people younger, because it literally means, what is your name, not what is your name, sir, or what is your name, ma'am. That's why it's not too good to use for like older people. It's better to use it for your friends, for people the same age, or for younger people, for children as well. So once again, jak się nazywasz? And the next one is nazywam się. So obviously if you ask jak się nazywasz, what is your name, you have to answer that, and that's nazywam się, which means my name is. For example, nazywam się Marzena. So the next phrase is miło mi ciebie poznać. Miło mi ciebie poznać, which means it's nice to meet you. So obviously when you meet a new person, you ask jak się nazywasz, and you answer nazywam się, like nazywam się Marzena, and then at the end you usually say like it's nice to meet you, and that would be miło mi ciebie poznać. So the next phrase is jak się masz? Jak się masz? Which means how are you? Now, the funny thing is that we don't really ask that a lot in Poland. I mean, we do, but not as often as you do it in English. So when you ask somebody jak się masz, how are you? Be careful, because this person can actually give you the real answer. The next phrase for today is dobrze, dziękuję. A ty? I'm fine, thanks. And you? Dobrze, dziękuję. A ty? I'm fine, thanks. And you? As I told you before, this may not be the answer that you will get. Some people will say so, but some people will just start talking about their problems, about their life, and instead of just getting I'm fine, thank you, and you will get the whole life story of this person and all the problems and everything related. So be careful when you ask this one. It's usually good to ask your friends, people you are closer to, with whom you really want to talk a lot. and then you will get an answer, longer answer. But of course, if you are asked and you don't want to talk about your life, you can just say, dobrze, dziękuję, a ty? Proszę. Please. Proszę. Proszę means please in English, and you can use it, for example, when you give somebody something. So like, proszę. Or when you ask somebody to do something, like, proszę, proszę, zrób to dla mnie. Please, please, please do it for me. So going to the next phrase, dziękuję. Dziękuję means thank you in Polish. Well, you can use it to basically anybody you want. When somebody passes you something, you can say, and saying proszę, you can say dziękuję. When somebody invites you inside, saying proszę, proszę, you can say dziękuję as well. When somebody offers you tea or coffee, you can say dziękuję. If you don't want it though, you can say nie dziękuję, which means no, thank you. Nie ma za co. Nie ma za co means you are welcome, but what it actually literally means is there is nothing to be thankful for. So we usually say dziękuję, and the other person would say nie ma za co. The next phrase we have here is tak. Tak means just yes. Whenever you want to say yes, and it's the same, it's basically the same as in English. So, for example, when you want to use tak, if somebody asks you, do you want a tea or do you want something to drink? And you can say tak. Or you can say, actually adding please, tak, proszę. And when this person passes it to you, you can add dziękuję. The next phrase is nie. Nie means no. For example, if somebody offers you something to drink, if you want it, you can say yes, please, which would be tak, proszę, or tak, poproszę. But if you don't want it, you can say nie, or you can say nie, dziękuję, adding thanks to that. So, do you want something to drink? Nie, dziękuję. And next phrase is dobrze. Dobrze means okay. So, for example, when your friends asks you to go somewhere, or like, do you want to go grab something to eat together? And you can say tak, or you can say dobrze, let's go. Yeah, sure, okay, let's go. Or if they ask you if you want to go together for a trip, you can say, yeah, sure, dobrze. Yeah, I want to go. The next phrase is przepraszam. Przepraszam has many different meanings. So it can mean excuse me, but it also can mean I'm sorry. So you would see a lot of Polish people mixing excuse me and I'm sorry in English, because it's actually one word in Polish. So for example, when you stepped on somebody's leg, you can say przepraszam. When you did something wrong, you can say przepraszam. When you want to pass through like crowd of people, you can say przepraszam, przepraszam, and find your way out. If you did something wrong, you can say przepraszam as well. So it's actually a pretty useful one. So it means excuse me, but it means I'm sorry in the same time. Przepraszam. Przepraszam means I'm sorry. Actually, the next phrase is która jest godzina? Która jest godzina means what time is it? If you want to ask somebody, excuse me, what time is it now? You can say przepraszam, która jest godzina? So let's go to the next one. Another very useful phrase. Gdzie jest toaleta? Gdzie jest toaleta? Which means where's the toilet? So gdzie means actually where. Jest means be or to be, and toaleta is toilet. So gdzie jest toaleta means where is the toilet. So if you are in a shopping mall or in a restaurant and you want to ask, excuse me, where is the toilet, you will say, przepraszam, gdzie jest toaleta? The next phrase is poczekaj chwilkę. Poczekaj means to wait, and chwilkę means a moment, and together it means wait a moment, please. When you see your friend going somewhere, but you still want to talk to him or her, and you can just, call them and then say, poczekaj chwilkę. Ile to kosztuje? Ile to kosztuje means how much is this? When you go to a shop, you will say, przepraszam, ile to kosztuje? So, excuse me, How much is this? Przepraszam, ile to kosztuje? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Can I get the check, please? So imagine you are sitting in a very nice Polish restaurant eating pierogi or any other wonderful Polish dish, and you've just finished and you just want to get your bill. So you would just call the waiter saying przepraszam, and then you will add czy mogę prosić o rachunek? And the next one for today is pomocy. Pomocy. This means help, and I hope you will not have to use this one anytime soon. But if you're ever in danger, if you ever are in a very dangerous situation, which I hope you will not be in Poland, you can use this one, saying pomocy. Do zobaczenia. Do zobaczenia means see you later. You can use it when you speak with your friends and with your family or with anyone basically, because it's not super formal, but it's not only reserved to your closest friends. So like for example, we started this one with cześć, which was hello, but it was bye as well. And this one you would use when you speak with your friends, you would say cześć. But then for everybody else, your friends included, you can say do zobaczenia, which means until we see each other again. Potrafię dobrze mówić po polsku. I can't speak Polish very well. Nie potrafię means I can't. Mówić means to speak, and then po polsku means in Polish. So nie potrafię mówić po polsku, it literally means I can't speak Polish very well, or I can't speak in Polish very well if you wanted a very literal translation. When you start learning the language and you are still not so good and you meet like people and you want to tell them like your Polish it's not so good or it's not super good yet, you can use this phrase. Nie potrafię dobrze mówić po polsku. 10 questions you should know in Polish. So let's start. Jak się nazywasz? What's your name? Jak się nazywasz? What is your name? So if you meet somebody and you ask this person, jak się nazywasz? You may hear an answer like, nazywam się Ania. My name is Ania. Ania is actually a pretty common name in Poland. Or nazywam się Marzena. My name is Marzena. Jak się masz? How are you? Jak się masz means how are you? And you may hear an answer like dobrze, which means good. But actually, probably more often you will hear a very, very long answer and it won't be good. Because in Poland, it is not so common to ask, jak się masz. You do ask that, but you ask that only, people you are very close friends with. And you kind of need to expect a longer answer and that people will actually tell you the truth about their life and what wrong happened in it. And it's usually wrong because Polish people love complaining. So be careful with this one. If you don't have time for a longer talk, just don't ask it. Skąd jesteś? Where are you from? Skąd jesteś? Where are you from? So you may hear this question if somebody notices that you are not from Poland. And for example, if you are from America, you can answer z Ameryki, from America. So basically you just put z and then the country. Kiedy masz urodziny? When is your birthday? And if you make new friends, you may hear a question like kiedy masz urodziny? Which means when is your birthday? And a good answer for that would be just giving, the month and day. You don't have to answer in a whole sentence. So you can say, for example, 8 lutego. 8 lutego, which is February 8th. This is actually my birthday. Gdzie mieszkasz? Where do you live? Another question you may hear is gdzie mieszkasz? Gdzie mieszkasz? Gdzie mieszkasz means where do you live? And when you can answer like in details, telling the street, saying the street and everything else, or you can just, say mieszkam w Krakowie, which means I live in Krakow. Gdzie pracujesz? Where do you work? Another question you may hear in Poland is Gdzie pracujesz? Where do you work? And it can be about the place or it can be about the company. So, for example, if you don't want to say the company or you are reluctant, you just want to say, okay, I work in Krakow, you say pracuję w Krakowie. If you want to say the company, on the other hand, you can just say pracuję w and change Krakow, to the name of a company. Jaki jest twój numer telefonu? What's your phone number? If somebody likes you really much, then they may ask about your phone number, saying, jaki jest twój numer telefonu? What is your phone number? So you can answer that saying, mój numer telefonu to 693 408 896, which means my number is 693 408 896. Just notice that in Polish we usually break it into groups of 3, and we say not 693, we say 693, which is 693. Gdzie się nauczyłeś polskiego? Where did you learn Polish? Now, because studying Polish it's not so common and you don't actually learn it at school in a lot of countries, you may hear a question, gdzie nauczyłeś się polskiego? Where did you learn Polish? Well, you can answer, for example, w szkole językowej, which means in language school. Czy lubisz polskie jedzenie? Do you like Polish food? Another question you may hear as a foreigner is, of course, do you like Polish food? Which in Polish is, czy lubisz polskie jedzenie? Czy lubisz polskie jedzenie? You know, you can answer whatever you want, like if you like it. If you don't like it, don't feel, embarrassed and just say it straight, because people will just feed you with Polish food that you don't like. But if you like it, you can say uwielbiam, which means I love it. Kiedy przyjechałeś do Polski? When did you come to Poland? Now, once you come to Poland and you start living there, you will probably hear this one a lot. Kiedy przyjechałeś do Polski? When did you come to Poland? So, if it's for you 3 years, you can say przyjechałem do Polski 3 lata temu. I came to Poland 3 years ago.
Want to speak real Polish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at polishpod101.com.
Top 10 most common tourist vocabulary. So are you ready? So our first word is bilet. It means ticket. So once again, bilet means a ticket. And for example, you can say poproszę bilet normalny. Poproszę bilet normalny. Normal ticket, please. So actually, normal ticket here is a literal translation. We say in Poland bilet normalny for an adult ticket. So as opposed to the one for children, which we will say ulgowy. Ulgowy. Ulgowy means that there is some kind of ulga. So it means that there is some percent off the price. So you pay less. And bilet normalny is we just say normal ticket, but it means adult ticket, the very basic ticket, as opposed to the one for kids. Or to the one for elders, which they usually have a cheaper ticket as well. And depending on the city you go in Poland, sometimes you will buy just one ticket for the bus and you can go as many stops as you want. This is how it works in Warsaw. But also in Warsaw you can buy time-limited ticket, for example, a ticket for 75 minutes. And this means that you can go wherever you want for 75 minutes from the time you validate this ticket. But you can change the bus. So, for example, if you have to take the tram and then you bus and then you have to switch to metro or something, so you are basically taking 3 different cars, 3 different transportation ways, then it's better for you maybe to get a 75 minutes ticket, so you can switch between those and don't pay additional price and you don't have to buy another ticket, which is a very convenient way. And what happens if you are stuck with this 75 minutes ticket in a traffic jam? Well, usually most of the vehicles like buses or like trams, they will have a ticket machine inside of it. So you can buy another ticket if you're like running late and then there is a big traffic jam and you didn't really count it in and now it's your 75 minutes is already over, then you can buy a new one at the bus. If there is no ticket machine, the best thing you can do is just get off at the next bus stop. So that's how it works in Warsaw, and other cities around the Poland is sometimes different. Sometimes you have one-time tickets, sometimes you have time limit tickets, sometimes you have a different type of ticket, so be sure to ask about it when you get to the city. Our next word is turysta, a tourist. Turysta means a tourist, so that probably will be you when you are going around and sightseeing in Poland. And for example, you can say dużo tutaj turystów. There is a lot of tourists here. Dużo tutaj turystów. So actually there is more and more tourists coming to Poland, to Warsaw, to Kraków, of course. But lately even cities like Wrocław, Opole, Poznań even, or Gdańsk are pretty much touristic. There is a lot of tourists coming. And they are very busy, especially during summer, especially Gdańsk, which is very close to the Baltic Sea. It's a super busy city during the summer. Plan podróży, itinerary. For example, you can say, to jest nasz plan podróży. To jest nasz plan podróży. This is our itinerary. And of course, it's good to make your plan podróży before you come to Poland. And I would advise you to stay for about a week or so to see as much as you can, because coming for a shorter period of time, like 3 days or 2 days, it can be okay, but you will probably not enjoy it so much. So at least, I would say at least 1 week, if not more, because Poland is a big country. And there is a lot of places you can travel to, you can travel around. I guess right now all the big major cities are pretty well connected with the train usually, or sometimes buses, and buses can be very cheap. So please check it out when you plan to go to Poland, if you can go by train, or maybe you should take a bus. Sometimes it's just a small difference and all the buses usually have Wi-Fi, so you can still like watch something or just sit down and play or whatever, and enjoy your bus ride as well. Przewodnik, the guidebook. The same word can be used to refer to a guide or a mail guide. Przewodnik. And you can ask somebody, masz przewodnik? Masz przewodnik? Do you have a guidebook? Of course, it's important to buy one before coming to Poland so you can know all the attractions that are waiting ahead for you. So to make like your plan podróży, your itinerary, it's very important to have one. But also, you know, when you are walking around, sometimes it's just very convenient to have something like that, to have your przewodnik, to check out for like new restaurants or something that's around you. Of course, you can use internet and there is Wi-Fi pretty much everywhere around in bigger cities, and that's sometimes more convenient, but sometimes just, you know, easy to have your book, your guidebook. Our next word is autobus wycieczkowy, which means a tour bus. And lately it's been more and more popular to go around big cities like Warsaw or Krakow with a tour bus. So it's easy because you can just buy one ticket and you can go around. And in Warsaw there is also one city bus that is dedicated for tourists. So of course everybody can take it, but the funny part is that it goes around Warsaw and it gets you to all those big tourist locations. So it goes from one tourist location to another, and of course it's a normal city bus. And as I said, anybody can take it. But the funny part is that, it goes around all the main sites, so that's very, very convenient. And if you are taking a tour and you've got this tour bus, you can say, gdzie jest nasz autobus wycieczkowy? Gdzie jest nasz autobus wycieczkowy? Where is our tour bus? Gdzie jest nasz autobus wycieczkowy? Świątynia means a temple, and you will not find a lot of temples in Poland, like very close to zero, but sometimes we call a church a temple as well. So sometimes we actually refer to a church as świątynia or świątynia Boga, like the God's temple or something like that. And for example, you can say, zróbmy sobie zdjęcie przed świątynią. Zróbmy sobie zdjęcie przed świątynią. Let's take a picture in front of a temple. Another one, meczet, mosque. There are some places where we still have some. In my hometown, we used to have one. We don't have it anymore, but everybody knows where it used to be, so everybody refers to that place, this place where a meczet was, where a mosque was. And in a sentence, you can use this word like this. Ten meczet jest bardzo stary. Ten meczet jest bardzo stary. This mosque is very old. The next word is super important in Poland, and it's kościół, church. Basically, if you are going around Poland, very, very possible that you will be going or sightseeing around all those churches. So all around kościół, kościół, kościół. And for example, you can say, ten kościół został zbudowany w średniowieczu. Ten kościół został zbudowany w średniowieczu. This church was built in the Middle Ages. Ten kościół został zbudowany w średniowieczu. Yes, we do have a lot of kościół or a lot of churches in Poland. For example, in my hometown, Opole, we do have around 4, I guess 1, 2, 3, maybe 3, around 3 in just the city, the main part, the main city square in the city center. So it's like maybe 2 minutes from one church to another, and they're all different. So it's very nice for sightseeing or going around, but it's like literally maybe 2-3 minutes between one and the other. And when they have on Sunday, you can hear the bells ringing in one church and another one, and 5 minutes later another one. So it's very funny. And yeah, we have a lot of churches in Poland, basically. Some of them very beautiful, so please check it out. Our next word is wodospad. Wodospad means waterfall, and it's basically the word itself is built like in English, so water is falling, and in Poland is wodospad. Spad, like go down, from spadać, and wodo from woda, from water, so the water is falling, wodospad. And for example, you can say, podobno tam jest duży wodospad. Podobno tam jest duży wodospad. There is supposed to be a big waterfall out there. Podobno tam jest duży wodospad. Well, we don't really have a lot of waterfalls in Poland. I guess if you go to the mountains, you will see like a small river and something like a waterfall, which can look beautiful. But I guess we have more lakes maybe, which are even more beautiful. So please be sure to check out Polish nature, because it's amazing. Our next word, it's a lot of fun, and it's wycieczka. Wycieczka means a tour, and if you find a nice wycieczka in an offer, maybe you can say, pojedziemy na tę wycieczkę. Pojedziemy na tę wycieczkę. Are we going for this tour? And of course you can go by yourself and go around and do sightseeing by yourself, but it's also very nice to get a tour, a guided tour, especially if you go around Krakow, like you go to Auschwitz or you go to Wieliczka. And I think it's very important to get guided tour there because first of all, it's very difficult to get there. And second of all, it's nice to go there with somebody who can tell you a little bit more about the place than just see the place.
Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the dialogue study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the 2 recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking.
In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz. First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Kobieta pyta o coś sprzedawcę w księgarni. Jaką książkę kobieta chce zobaczyć? Przepraszam, chciałabym zobaczyć książkę z tamtej półki.
Którą książkę?
O samochodach.
Chwileczkę. Tą?
Tak, tą.
Proszę bardzo.
Jaką książkę kobieta chce zobaczyć? Kobieta pyta o coś sprzedawcę w księgarni. Jaką książkę kobieta chce zobaczyć? Przepraszam, chciałabym zobaczyć książkę z tamtej półki.
Którą książkę?
O samochodach.
Chwileczkę. Tą?
Tak, tą.
Proszę bardzo.
Mężczyzna i kobieta patrzą na menu w restauracji. Co mężczyzna zamawia?
Co zamawiasz?
Pizza wygląda pysznie. Myślę, że ją wezmę.
Wczoraj jadłem pizzę, więc...
Okej, to co powiesz na hamburgera?
Brzmi świetnie.
Co mężczyzna zamawia? Mężczyzna i kobieta patrzą na menu w restauracji. Co mężczyzna zamawia?
Co zamawiasz?
Pizza wygląda pysznie. Myślę, że ją wezmę.
Wczoraj jadłem pizzę, więc...
Okej, to co powiesz na hamburgera?
Brzmi świetnie.
Mężczyzna dzwoni do lekarza. Do której godziny mężczyzna musi być u lekarza? Dzień dobry. W czym mogę pomóc?
O której dzisiaj zamykacie?
Zamykamy o 6, ale proszę przyjść przed 5:30.
Dobrze, dziękuję.
Do której godziny mężczyzna musi być u lekarza? Mężczyzna dzwoni do lekarza. Do której godziny mężczyzna musi być u lekarza? Dzień dobry. W czym mogę pomóc?
O której dzisiaj zamykacie?
Zamykamy o 6, ale proszę przyjść przed 5:30.
Dobrze, dziękuję.
Chłopiec czyta swój pamiętnik. Jaka była pierwsza rzecz, jaką dzisiaj zrobił?
Dzisiaj była super pogoda. Po południu poszedłem na basen, wieczorem poszedłem do kina. Cały ranek się uczyłem. To był niezły dzień.
Jaka była pierwsza rzecz, jaką dzisiaj zrobił? Chłopiec czyta swój pamiętnik. Jaka była pierwsza rzecz, jaką dzisiaj zrobił?
Dzisiaj była super pogoda. Po południu poszedłem na basen, wieczorem poszedłem do kina. Cały ranek się uczyłem. To był niezły dzień.
Kobieta i mężczyzna patrzą na zdjęcie. Na jakie zdjęcie patrzą? To jest zdjęcie drużyny piłkarskiej twojego syna, prawda? Który to twój syn?
Ten
O, jest najwyższy.
jest wyższy nawet ode mnie.
Na jakie zdjęcie patrzą? Kobieta i mężczyzna patrzą na zdjęcie. Na jakie zdjęcie patrzą? To jest zdjęcie drużyny piłkarskiej twojego syna, prawda? Który to twój syn?
Ten
O, jest najwyższy.
jest wyższy nawet ode mnie.
Want to speed up your language learning? Get access to all of our best PDF cheat sheets for free. Just click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now.
I'd like to exchange money.
Chciałbym wymienić walutę. Chciałbym wymienić walutę.
I'd like to make a withdrawal.
Chciałbym dokonać wypłaty. Chciałbym dokonać wypłaty.
I'd like to make a deposit.
Chciałbym dokonać wpłaty. Chciałbym dokonać wpłaty.
I'd like to open an account.
Chciałbym założyć konto. Chciałbym założyć konto.
It takes 3 to 5 business days.
To potrwa od 3 do 5 dni roboczych. To potrwa od 3 do 5 dni roboczych.
Could I have a statement, please?
Czy mogę dostać wyciąg z konta? Czy mogę dostać wyciąg z konta?
Go back.
Wróć. Wróć.
Are there any annual charges with this account?
Czy z tym kontem są powiązane jakieś coroczne opłaty? Czy z tym kontem są powiązane jakieś coroczne opłaty?
Is this your first time with us?
Czy będzie pan u nas po raz pierwszy? Czy będzie pan u nas po raz pierwszy?
I'll leave it up to you.
Proszę zdecydować. Proszę zdecydować.
Is the water too cold?
Czy woda nie jest za zimna? Czy woda nie jest za zimna?
Can you come back later?
Czy może pan wrócić później? Czy może pan wrócić później?
Sorry, we're completely booked.
Przykro mi, nie mamy wolnych miejsc. Przykro mi, nie mamy wolnych miejsc.
We'll give you a call.
Zadzwonimy do pana. Zadzwonimy do pana.
I'll take one of this.
Wezmę jedno z tych. Wezmę jedno z tych.
What's this?
Co to jest? Co to jest?
Can I have a bag, please?
Czy mogę dostać reklamówkę? Czy mogę dostać reklamówkę?
Ready to start?
Czy możemy zacząć? Czy możemy zacząć?
The flight will arrive at 8:45 p.m.
Samolot wyląduje o 20:45. Samolot wyląduje o 20:45.
It looks like it will take about 30 more minutes to get there.
Wygląda na to, że minie jeszcze ze 30 minut, zanim tam dotrzemy. Wygląda na to, że minie jeszcze ze 30 minut, zanim tam dotrzemy.
We'll arrive 30 minutes early.
Będziemy 30 minut wcześniej. Będziemy 30 minut wcześniej.
She'll be here by 7 p.m.
Ona dotrze tu do 19. Ona dotrze tu do 19.
What is a good time for you?
O której ci pasuje? O której ci pasuje?
Today is Wednesday.
Wczoraj był wtorek. Wczoraj był wtorek.
Monday is the worst day of the week.
Poniedziałek to najgorszy dzień tygodnia. Poniedziałek to najgorszy dzień tygodnia.
It's already Sunday.
Już niedziela. Już niedziela.
The day after tomorrow is Friday.
Pojutrze jest piątek. Pojutrze jest piątek.
What day is it today?
Jaki dzisiaj dzień? Jaki dzisiaj dzień?
It's only Tuesday.
Dopiero wtorek. Dopiero wtorek.
He's leaving now.
On właśnie wychodzi. On właśnie wychodzi.
Let's leave in 20 minutes.
Wyjdźmy za 20 minut. Wyjdźmy za 20 minut.
Can we leave around 6?
Czy możemy wyjść około 6? Czy możemy wyjść około 6?
It's noon.
Jest południe. Jest południe.
It's 3 o'clock.
Jest trzecia. Jest trzecia.
It ends in 30 minutes.
Skończy się za pół godziny. Skończy się za pół godziny.
It's almost dusk.
Już prawie zmierzch. Już prawie zmierzch.
It's midnight.
Jest północ. Jest północ.
Be here before noon.
Bądź tu przed południem. Bądź tu przed południem.
This weekend I'm going to the movies.
W ten weekend idę do kina. W ten weekend idę do kina.
What are you doing this weekend?
Co robisz w ten weekend? Co robisz w ten weekend?
I'll have time next week.
Będę miał czas w przyszłym tygodniu. Będę miał czas w przyszłym tygodniu.
I'm busy this week.
W tym tygodniu jestem zajęty. W tym tygodniu jestem zajęty.
I have no money.
Nie mam pieniędzy. Nie mam pieniędzy.
Leave me alone.
Zostaw mnie w spokoju. Zostaw mnie w spokoju.
I want to go here.
Chcę iść w to miejsce. Chcę iść w to miejsce.
I'm looking for this place.
Szukam tego miejsca. Szukam tego miejsca.
They took my phone.
Zabrali mi telefon. Zabrali mi telefon.
This area is dangerous.
Ten obszar jest niebezpieczny. Ten obszar jest niebezpieczny.
Do you speak English?
Czy mówisz po angielsku? Czy mówisz po angielsku?
Want to speak real Polish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at polishpod101.com.
I'm sorry.
Przepraszam. Przepraszam.
Don't worry.
Nie martw się. Nie martw się.
It's okay.
W porządku. W porządku.
Please?
Proszę. Proszę.
Please forgive me.
Proszę, wybacz mi. Proszę, wybacz mi.
I really appreciate it.
Bardzo to doceniam. Bardzo to doceniam.
Thank you.
Dziękuję. Dziękuję.
You're welcome.
Nie ma za co. Nie ma za co.
Make yourself at home.
Rozgość się. Rozgość się.
Hello.
Cześć. Cześć.
Goodbye.
Do widzenia. Do widzenia.
Good morning.
Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry.
Good evening.
Dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Przepraszam za spóźnienie. Przepraszam za spóźnienie.
Hello?
Hallo. Hallo.
Awesome.
Super. Super.
Delicious.
Pyszne. Pyszne.
Nice to meet you.
Miło mi cię poznać. Miło mi cię poznać.
Really?
Naprawdę? Naprawdę?
What time is it?
Która godzina? Która godzina?
How are you?
Jak się masz? Jak się masz?
I'm good.
Dobrze. Dobrze.
Help.
Pomocy. Pomocy.
I don't like it.
Nie podoba mi się to. Nie podoba mi się to.
I like it.
Podoba mi się to. Podoba mi się to.
It's difficult.
To trudne. To trudne.
Once again, please.
Proszę powtórzyć. Proszę powtórzyć.
I don't understand. Nie rozumiem. Nie rozumiem.
Slower, please.
Proszę wolniej. Proszę wolniej.
What is it?
Co to jest? Co to jest?
Where are you from?
Skąd jesteś? Skąd jesteś?
How old are you?
Ile masz lat? Ile masz lat?
What's your phone number?
Jaki masz numer telefonu? Jaki masz numer telefonu?
Long time no see.
Dawno się nie widzieliśmy. Dawno się nie widzieliśmy.
This is for you.
To dla ciebie. To dla ciebie.
How have you been?
Co u ciebie? Co u ciebie?
I'm afraid I can't make it.
Obawiam się, że nie dam rady. Obawiam się, że nie dam rady.
Never mind.
Nie ma sprawy. Nie ma sprawy.
I forgive you.
Wybaczam ci. Wybaczam ci.
I'm fine.
W porządku. W porządku.
And you?
A u ciebie? A u ciebie?
Good night.
Dobranoc. Dobranoc.
Good afternoon.
Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry.
Bye bye.
Papa. Papa.
How many people are there in your family?
Ile osób jest w twojej rodzinie? Ile osób jest w twojej rodzinie?
It takes about 30 minutes by train.
Pociągiem będzie mniej więcej 30 minut. Pociągiem będzie mniej więcej 30 minut.
Excuse me.
Przepraszam. Przepraszam.
Hold on.
Poczekaj. Poczekaj.
May I sit here?
Czy mogę tu usiąść? Czy mogę tu usiąść?
Thank you very much.
Dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo.
What did you say?
Co powiedziałeś? Co powiedziałeś? Hello everyone, welcome to Top Polish Words. My name is Marzena and today we will learn 10 phrases you always want to hear in Polish. Świetnie dzisiaj wyglądasz. You look great today. So the first one is świetnie dzisiaj wyglądasz. You look great today. So that's a good one. You can say it to your friends. You can say it to somebody from your family. You wouldn't say it to a person you don't know, like, random person on the street, which you do in some other countries. But everybody will feel better with this one. Świetnie dzisiaj wyglądasz. You look great today. Tęsknię za tobą. I miss you. Tęsknię za tobą. Tęsknię za tobą means I miss you. So this is something you would say to a person close to you, to somebody from your family. Well, somebody, you don't have to address as a sir, a ma'am. You can write it to a person you love, for example, or to your mom, to your dad. Wykonałeś świetną robotę. You did a great job. Wykonałeś świetną robotę. You did a great job. This is a phrase, I guess, that you will hear at a company. Maybe your boss will tell you that, or your supervisor, or maybe your teacher even. But somebody who is above you, and he will prize you for whatever you've done. Dostaniesz premię na koniec miesiąca. There will be a bonus at the end of the month. Dostaniesz premię na koniec miesiąca. There will be a bonus at the end of the month. Well, I guess bonuses in Poland right now are quite common. It wasn't like this 20 years ago. But right now in a lot of companies, they want to make people they want to, people to work better. They want people to try. So there is this system of bonuses in most of the companies in Poland right now. So you may actually hear this one if you work well. Dobrze gotujesz. You're an excellent cook. Dobrze gotujesz. Dobrze gotujesz means you are an excellent cook. And this is very important in Poland especially. We do love food and we do love, our homemade food. So whenever you want to marry into Polish family, be sure to be a good cook. And we do cook a lot. We do cook a lot in Poland. We don't really go out, eating out. So phrase like, dobrze gotujesz, it's a compliment and a very, very good one. Odpocznij sobie, dzisiaj ja posprzątam. Take a break, I will do the cleaning today. Odpocznij sobie, dzisiaj ja posprzątam. Take a break, I will do the cleaning today. That's something I would love to hear. We do, there is this whole schedule to Polish Week, and because a lot of people still go to church on Sunday, and they don't work on Sunday. We usually do our cleaning on Saturday. It's like, I guess, in a lot of other families, both the wife and the husband, they both, engage in the cleaning process, and they both try to, like clean the house. And then on Sunday, they both usually rest and start work from Monday to Friday. Wygrałeś, and you win. Wygrałeś, and you win. We've got this very popular lottery in Poland. It's called Totolotek, and you can buy it almost everywhere. There's the small kiosks where they sell it, and I guess a lot of people try to try their luck. And I guess I would be super happy if I won like 1 million zloty, which I never did. I guess the most I won was 200 zloty, which is like still $50, $60 maybe. Pretty good. Miałeś rację. You were right. Miałeś rację. You were right. It's difficult to say that somebody else was right. And I guess, like girls in Poland would admit it, like, oh, you were right. But guys are so proud, and I don't think they will do that. I don't think guys say that a lot. Przyniosłem ci coś specjalnego. I brought you something special. Przyniosłem ci coś specjalnego. I brought you something special. And this something special can be a piece of cake, wonderful Polish sernik, cheesecake, or like a flower or two. Budżet jest nieograniczony. The budget is unlimited. Okay, so the next one is budżet jest nieograniczony, which basically means the budget is unlimited. I don't think you will ever hear it in a Polish company, but if so, that's definitely something that will make you happy. And that's all for today. Once again, my name is Marzena, and today we learned 10 things you want to hear in Polish. So if you like this video, please remember to like it, and remember to check out polishpod101.com. That's all for today, and see you next time. Thank you! Hello everybody, welcome to Top Polish Words. My name is Marzena, and today we will learn 10 phrases to amaze native speakers. So let's go! Dziękuję, ale nie jestem Polakiem. Thank you, but I'm not Polish. Dziękuję, ale nie jestem Polakiem. Thank you, but I'm not Polish. So I guess after long years of studying Polish, somebody can mistake you for an actual Polish person, and then you can say, oh, no, thank you, I'm flattered, but I'm not Polish. Dziękuję, ale nie jestem Polakiem. Nauczyłem się mówić płynnie w ciągu zaledwie roku. It took me only a year to become fluent. Nauczyłem się mówić płynnie w ciągu zaledwie roku. Nauczyłem się mówić płynnie w ciągu zaledwie roku. It took me only a year to become fluent. Nauczyłem się mówić płynnie w ciągu zaledwie roku. And if you're a girl, you want to change this nauczyłem się into nauczyłam się. Nauczyłam się mówić płynnie w ciągu zaledwie roku. Będę mówił po polsku jak Polak w 3 lata. I will speak Polish like a Polish person in 3 years. Będę mówił po polsku jak Polak w 3 lata. I will speak Polish like a Polish person in 3 years. That can be a goal for you to achieve, and kind of something you can do. So please try. Good luck. Powodzenia. Uczyłem się polskiego przez 10 lat. I've been learning Polish for 10 years. Another thing that will leave people impressed is saying that you've been learning Polish for a very, very long time. And you can say, uczyłem się polskiego przez 10 lat. I've been learning Polish for 10 years. And remember, if you are a girl, you want to change uczyłem się into uczyłam się. Mogę oglądać polskie filmy bez napisów. I can watch Polish movies without subtitles. Mogę oglądać polskie filmy bez napisów. I can watch Polish movie without subtitles. This is something that will really impress people, and I guess you can achieve it by watching a lot of movies and then studying Polish with polishpod101.com. These two methods combined will lead you to success. Potrafię zapamiętać około 50 nowych polskich słów dziennie. I can memorize around 50 new Polish words a day. Potrafię zapamiętać około 50 nowych polskich słów dziennie. I can memorize around 50 new Polish words a day. That's a kind of achievement, yet, think about it, it's not very difficult to do. So if you try to study with like flashcards from polishpod101.com, you can actually maybe able to do it in a very, very short time, go to up to like 50 words, because words are very similar and there are the parts that you already know, and that kind of helps you memorize. So be sure to think about it whenever you're learning a new word. Polski jest fajny I prosty w nauce. Polish is fun and easy to learn. I guess a lot of native speakers think that Polish is very difficult, and this, so you can amaze them by saying Polski jest fajny I prosty w nauce. Polski jest fajny I prosty w nauce. Polish is fun and easy to learn. Well, I would be amazed if somebody told me that, so please try it out on your Polish friends. Mówię nie tylko po polsku, ale jeszcze w kilku innych językach. Apart from knowing Polish, I can speak a few other languages as well. Another thing that many people find amazing is if you can speak not only Polish but other languages as well. So in that case you can say mówię nie tylko po polsku, ale jeszcze w kilku innych językach. Apart from knowing Polish, I can speak few other languages as well. That's definitely something to amaze your friends. Uczę się polskiego samodzielnie. I'm learning Polish all by myself. Uczę się polskiego samodzielnie. Uczę się polskiego samodzielnie. Which means I'm learning Polish by myself. I'm learning Polish by myself. Polish is a very difficult language to learn, so learning it by yourself is actually very difficult. It requires some time, it requires effort, yet if you can do it, that's really amazing. Go for it. Nie mam najmniejszych problemów z polską ortografią. I have no problems with Polish orthography. So what is the most difficult part in studying Polish? Well, somebody would say it's an aspect, but I guess there is another part that's very difficult, and it's orthography. And actually orthography is difficult not only to foreigners, it's very difficult to Polish people as well. And we got a lot of people, not even our president can spell some words, so please watch news for that one. So if you want to impress somebody, you can say nie mam najmniejszych problemów z polską ortografią, which means I have no problems with Polish orthography. That's actually cool. I do have problems with Polish orthography, so I would be impressed. Thank you for watching. This was 10 phrases to amaze native speakers. And did you try any of these? Which one works the best? Please let us know in the comments, and please remember to like this video, and for more words and for more lessons please visit polishpod101.com. Thank you again and see you next time. Cześć! Hello everyone, my name is Marzena. Welcome to Top Polish Words. Today we will learn 20 travel phrases you should know. So here we go. Czy mógłbym dostać mapę? Could I get a map? So imagine you are in a new place and you go to the information center and you want a map. So you will ask, can I get a map? And in Polish you will ask, czy mógłbym dostać mapę? Czy mógłbym dostać mapę? Czy mógłbym dostać mapę? Could I get a map? Or if you are a girl, you will ask, czy mogłabym dostać mapę? Czy mogłabym dostać mapę? Again, could I get a map? Czy mógłbym dostać mapę? Czy mogłabym dostać mapę? Czy mówisz po angielsku? Do you speak English? Now you're wandering around and you want to ask for the way and you see somebody and you want to ask them if they speak English. So you want to ask, do you speak English? Do you speak English? In Polish you would say, czy mówisz po angielsku? Czy mówisz po angielsku? And I guess this is the easiest way to say that, but not the nicest way, because actually mówisz, so do you speak English? It's something you will use with your friends, with somebody close to you, and for a person you don't know, it's better to say sir or ma'am. So in Polish you will say, if it's a guy, czy mówi pan po angielsku? Czy mówi pan po angielsku? And if it's a girl, czy mówi pani po angielsku? Czy mówi pani po angielsku? Czy mówi pan po angielsku? Czy mówi pani po angielsku? But if you want to do it the easy way, nobody will get angry at you. They will know that you are not so good at Polish, that you are still trying to figure stuff out, and you can easily say, czy mówisz po angielsku? Czy mówisz po angielsku? Czy jest autobus z lotniska do miasta? Is there a bus from the airport to the city? Now, imagine you just arrived and you're at the airport and you want to ask around how to get to the city center. You're looking for a bus and you want to ask, is there a bus from the airport to the city center? You can just say, czy jest autobus z lotniska do miasta? Czy jest autobus z lotniska do miasta? Is there a bus from the airport to the city? Is there a bus from the airport to the city? And I can tell you in Warsaw, yes, there is. There is also a very convenient train, by the way. Czy Wi-Fi jest darmowe? Is the Wi-Fi free? When you're traveling, you usually want to connect to the internet. And you're looking for Wi-Fi, and you're looking for a free Wi-Fi, and you want to ask if the Wi-Fi is free. You can ask in Polish, czy Wi-Fi jest darmowe? Czy Wi-Fi jest darmowe? Is the Wi-Fi free? Czy Wi-Fi jest darmowe? Actually, if you go and ask, czy Wi-Fi jest darmowe, people will not understand you. So you have to change the Wi-Fi pronunciation. Even though the word is the same, the spelling is the same, you have to change Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi. So if you're looking for a free Wi-Fi, remember you can ask, is the Wi-Fi free? Czy Wi-Fi jest darmowe? By the way, you will find it very easily everywhere, almost everywhere you will have free Wi-Fi. You are walking the street, in the city center, in almost, I think every coffee shop, actually not almost every, but every coffee shop, every hotel, basically everywhere. Czy mają Państwo wolne pokoje na dzisiaj? Do you have any vacancies tonight? Now, imagine you're looking for an accommodation and you see a hotel, you walk in and you want to ask, do you have any vacancies tonight? Do you have any vacancies tonight? In Polish you would say, czy mają Państwo wolne pokoje na dzisiaj? Do you have vacancies tonight? Czy mają Państwo wolne pokoje na dzisiaj? Which means wolne pokoje. Wolne pokoje. If you want to translate it literally, it means free rooms, not for free, but free as a, you know, nobody there. But this is what we say in Polish for vacancies. Czy mają Państwo wolne pokoje na dzisiaj? Czy mają Państwo wolne pokoje na dzisiaj? Do you have vacancies tonight? Czy mógłbym się przenieść do innego pokoju? Could I move to a different room? Now imagine you are already in your room and then something is broken, something is not working and you want to ask if you can move to another room. What you would say in Polish is, czy mógłbym się przenieść do innego pokoju? Czy mógłbym się przenieść do innego pokoju? Could I move to a different room? But that's if you are a guy, czy mógłbym. If you are a girl, you would say, czy mogłabym. Czy mógłbym? Czy mogłabym? Czy mógłbym się przenieść do innego pokoju? Czy mogłabym się przenieść do innego pokoju? Could I move to a different room? Mam rezerwację. I have a reservation. Now, if you're one of those lucky persons who actually booked everything and then you just arrive and you have everything organized, you arrived at the hotel and you want to say, I have a reservation. In Polish, you would say, mam rezerwację. Mam rezerwację. I have a reservation. Mam rezerwację. Or, for example, you can add for today, mam rezerwację na dzisiaj. Or if you are calling them and you want to say, oh, I have a reservation for tomorrow, but I will arrive late or something like that, you can say, mam rezerwację na jutro. Mam rezerwację na jutro. Or if you want to say, I have a reservation for September 15th, you can say, mam rezerwację na 15 września. So there is this preposition na. Mam rezerwację na, and then the date comes. It can be a date or a day, like jutro, tomorrow. Czy moglibyśmy prosić o menu? Could we have the menu, please? And imagine you enter a restaurant. Depends on the country. Sometimes you have to ask for things. Sometimes the waiter or waitress will just bring everything to you. In Poland, I think in a lot of places you will wait long time before they bring everything. So it's better to ask. And for example, if you want to have the menu and you want to say, could we have the menu, please? In Polish you will say, czy moglibyśmy prosić o menu? Czy moglibyśmy prosić o menu? There is a Polish word for menu, which you will say, well, in Polish, karta dań, karta dań, but we don't use it very often. So usually just menu is okay. Czy moglibyśmy prosić o menu? Ma pan jakieś rekomendacje? Do you have any recommendations? Now, imagine you are staying at a hotel and you want to walk around, you want to see new places, but you don't really know where to go and you want to ask for the recommendation. What you would say to a guy is, ma pan jakieś rekomendacje? Ma pan jakieś rekomendacje? And to a girl, you would say, ma pani jakieś rekomendacje? Ma pani jakieś rekomendacje? Do you have any recommendations? It can be either about sightseeing or when you already have this menu and you are ordering something and you don't know what Polish food is like and which is good, which is bad, which is the most traditional one. You just ask the waiter or waitress. Czy ma pan jakieś rekomendacje? Czy ma pani jakieś rekomendacje? Do you have any recommendations? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Could I have the check, please? Now, when you finish and you want to get the bill and just go, and you want to ask, could I have the check, please? In Polish, you would say, czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Could I have the check, please? Could I have the check, please? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Where rachunek means bill or check. Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Jestem uczulony na orzeszki ziemne. I'm allergic to peanuts. Now, when you have some allergies, it's very important to tell your waiter or waitress that you have them, because sometimes they can prepare dish that can actually be very dangerous for you. So if you want to say I'm allergic to peanuts, you will say jestem uczulony na orzeszki ziemne. Jestem uczulony na orzeszki ziemne. And if you have any other allergies, you will just say jestem uczulony na and then add the allergy. So jestem uczulony na orzeszki ziemne is one of the examples. Now, if you are a girl, you will change it a little bit. You will say, instead of uczulony, you will say uczulona. So instead of saying jestem uczulony na orzeszki ziemne, you will say jestem uczulona na orzeszki ziemne. Poproszę wodę. Water, please. In many countries, in restaurant, water is for free. In Poland, actually, it's not for free, but you can order it, of course. And when you want to say water, please, in Polish you would say poproszę wodę. Water, please. Poproszę wodę. Which, remember, you will be charged for it. Ile to kosztuje? How much is this? It's never good to buy something if you don't know the price. And same goes for Poland, especially if you go and buy something in a bazaar. They can cheat you, they can charge you extra, so it's always better to ask first. And to do so, you just say, ile to kosztuje? Ile to kosztuje? How much is this? How much is this? Ile to kosztuje? Wezmę to. I would like this. Now, even if you don't know the Polish name, you can always point at something and say, I would like this. Now, how to say it in Polish? In Polish, you would say, wezmę to. I would like this. Wezmę to. Just simply point at the thing and say, wezmę to. I would like this. Wezmę to. Which literally means, I will take this. Wezmę to. Czy dostanę zniżkę? Could you give me a discount? It is not so uncommon, not so unheard of to just bargain, especially when you are buying on the street, and bazaar. In a big shop, not so much, but you can always try to ask for a discount if you are buying bigger amount. So if you want to ask, could you give me a discount? In Polish you would say, czy dostanę zniżkę? Czy dostanę zniżkę? Could you give me a discount? Czy dostanę zniżkę? Czy akceptują Państwo karty kredytowe? Do you take credit cards? Now, a lot of people travels with no cash on them. It's easier, it's more efficient. Even if you lose your credit card, you can always block it, you can always probably undo some transactions. But it's also very important to ask if they actually accept credit cards in the place where you are going to. And in Poland, I think most places does, or I guess almost all places does. But it's also a good practice to just ask about it. And if you want to say, do you take credit card? Do you take credit card? In Polish would be, czy akceptują Państwo karty kredytowe? Czy akceptują Państwo karty kredytowe? Czy akceptują Państwo karty kredytowe? Do you take credit card? Przepraszam, gdzie jest stacja kolejowa? Excuse me, where is the train station? And if you are walking around the street and you want to find the train station, let's say, or anything else, you can use the same sentence actually to anything else. You can stop somebody saying przepraszam, which is something like excuse me, and then adding gdzie jest stacja kolejowa? Przepraszam, gdzie jest stacja kolejowa? Which in English would mean excuse me, where is the train station? Przepraszam, gdzie jest stacja kolejowa? Excuse me, where is the train station? Przepraszam, ile kosztuje bilet? Excuse me, how much is the ticket? So you just say, excuse me, how much is the ticket? In Polish you would say, przepraszam, ile kosztuje bilet? Przepraszam, ile kosztuje bilet? Excuse me, how much is the ticket? And of course, it can be an entrance ticket as well, or a train ticket. And if it's a train ticket from place A to place B, you can ask, przepraszam, ile kosztuje bilet do? And then add the name of your destination. For example, przepraszam, ile kosztuje bilet do Krakowa? Przepraszam, ile kosztuje bilet do Warszawy? Przepraszam, ile kosztuje bilet do Opola? Przepraszam, ile kosztuje bilet do Wrocławia? And so on, and so on. Czy mógłby Pan zrobić mi zdjęcie? Could you take a picture of me, please? Traveling alone is a great thing, but if you want to take a picture, well, you can take a selfie and you can use the selfie stick, but it's not always so great. So sometimes it's better to just stop somebody and ask, could you take a picture of me, please? Which in Polish you would say, czy mógłby Pan zrobić mi zdjęcie? Czy mógłby Pan zrobić mi zdjęcie? If the person you ask is a guy. But if it's a girl, you would say, czy mogłaby Pani zrobić mi zdjęcie? Czy mogłaby Pani zrobić mi zdjęcie? Czy ten autobus jedzie na lotnisko? Is this the right bus for the airport? Now imagine you are going to the airport and you see a bus, but you are not sure if it's going to the airport. So what would you ask in Polish? Czy ten autobus jedzie na lotnisko? Czy ten autobus jedzie na lotnisko? Is this the right bus for the airport? Czy ten autobus jedzie na lotnisko? And I guess most people will be more than happy to help you. Czy ten autobus jedzie na lotnisko? Is this the right bus to the airport? That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Today we learned 20 travel phrases you should know. Are there any other travel phrases you want to know? Please leave us a comment. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and go to polishpod101.com for more content like that. Thank you again and see ya!
Want to speed up your language learning? Get access to all of our best PDF cheat sheets for free. Just click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now.
I'm sorry.
Przepraszam. Przepraszam.
Don't worry.
Nie martw się. Nie martw się.
It's okay.
W porządku. W porządku.
Please?
Proszę. Proszę.
Please forgive me.
Proszę, wybacz mi. Proszę, wybacz mi.
I really appreciate it.
Bardzo to doceniam. Bardzo to doceniam.
Thank you.
Dziękuję. Dziękuję.
You're welcome.
Nie ma za co. Nie ma za co.
Make yourself at home.
Rozgość się. Rozgość się.
Hello.
Cześć. Cześć.
Goodbye.
Do widzenia. Do widzenia.
Good morning.
Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry.
Good evening.
Dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Przepraszam za spóźnienie. Przepraszam za spóźnienie.
Hello?
Hallo. Hallo.
Awesome.
Super. Super.
Delicious.
Pyszne. Pyszne.
Nice to meet you.
Miło mi cię poznać. Miło mi cię poznać.
Really?
Naprawdę? Naprawdę?
What time is it?
Która godzina? Która godzina?
How are you?
Jak się masz? Jak się masz?
I'm good.
Dobrze. Dobrze.
Help.
Pomocy. Pomocy.
I don't like it.
Nie podoba mi się to. Nie podoba mi się to.
I like it.
Podoba mi się to. Podoba mi się to.
It's difficult.
To trudne. To trudne.
Once again, please.
Proszę powtórzyć. Proszę powtórzyć.
I don't understand.
Nie rozumiem. Nie rozumiem.
Slower, please.
Proszę wolniej. Proszę wolniej.
What is it?
Co to jest? Co to jest?
Where are you from?
Skąd jesteś? Skąd jesteś?
How old are you?
Ile masz lat? Ile masz lat?
What's your phone number?
Jaki masz numer telefonu? Jaki masz numer telefonu?
Long time no see.
Dawno się nie widzieliśmy. Dawno się nie widzieliśmy.
This is for you.
To dla ciebie. To dla ciebie.
How have you been?
Co u ciebie? Co u ciebie?
I'm afraid I can't make it.
Obawiam się, że nie dam rady. Obawiam się, że nie dam rady.
Never mind.
Nie ma sprawy. Nie ma sprawy.
I forgive you.
Wybaczam ci. Wybaczam ci.
I'm fine.
W porządku. W porządku.
And you?
A u ciebie? A u ciebie?
Good night.
Dobranoc. Dobranoc.
Good afternoon.
Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry.
Bye bye.
Papa. Papa.
How many people are there in your family?
Ile osób jest w twojej rodzinie? Ile osób jest w twojej rodzinie?
It takes about 30 minutes by train.
Pociągiem będzie mniej więcej 30 minut. Pociągiem będzie mniej więcej 30 minut.
Excuse me.
Przepraszam. Przepraszam.
Hold on.
Poczekaj. Poczekaj.
May I sit here?
Czy mogę tu usiąść? Czy mogę tu usiąść?
Thank you very much.
Dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo.
What did you say?
Co powiedziałeś? Co powiedziałeś?
Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.